Wominjika, and welcome. But before we begin our trophy presentation here this evening, I'd like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners on the land on which we gather tonight, and pay our respects to their elders past and present. And I extend that respect to the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people with us here this evening. On behalf of Tennis Australia, I'd like to welcome Victorian Governor, Her Excellency, the Honourable Professor Margaret Gardner, the Australian Prime Minister, the Honourable Anthony Albanese, the Deputy Victorian Premier, the Honourable Ben Carroll. Thank you. The Victorian Minister for Tourism, Sports and Major Events, Steve Demopoulos. The Executive Chair of Hyundai Motor Group, parent company of our major partner Kia, Mr. Yi Song Chong, and all of the other dignitaries and government representatives here tonight. Well, the AO24 has brought us some firsts. It's the first 15-day event and it has been hugely successful. It has been the first time that we have surpassed the 1 million fans coming through the gates here at Melbourne Park. And we have a first-time new men's champion. But before we present those trophies, we need to congratulate all of those involved in staging this incredible event. It takes an enormous amount of work. And so thank you to Tennis Australia, the support staff, the sponsors, our ball kids who do an incredible job every single day of this tournament. But most importantly, to the players, because my goodness, these 15 days, they have put on a magnificent show. And joining us here tonight on the court for the presentation is the Chair of Tennis Australia, Jane Herdlicka, the Chief Executive Officer for Kia Australia, Daniil Medvedev, the Tournament Director, Craig Tiley, the Tournament Referee, Wayne McEwen, and our Chair Umpire, Aurelie Tort. And to present the trophies here tonight is a 4-time Grand Slam singles champion. He is a 2-time champion here at the Australian Open, and he is a fantastic broadcaster to go with it. Would you please welcome Jim Courier. And the Norman Brooks Challenge Cup, which is going to be handed over to our champion this evening, has been travelling around Victoria for several weeks now in our AO On The Road team. And it's now safely back here, and it's making its way here onto the podium on Rod Laver Arena. It's a warm welcome to Norm. And I'd like now to invite the Chair of Tennis Australia, Jane Herdlicka, to come up and say a few words.
What a spectacular night of tennis. We've all been treated to one of the best matches at the Australian Open we've seen in many, many years. Congratulations to both Daniil and Jannik. Daniil, tonight was not your night, but you played tremendous tennis over the course of the last 15 days and been an inspiration to many. I'm sure we're going to see you back here, and that title will one day be yours. And Jannik, wow, we've set a lot of records at this tournament. You are tonight taking home your first Grand Slam title. You're taking home your first Australian Open title, and you are the first Italian to take home either the men's or women's singles title. A superb tournament. You dropped one set before tonight, and tonight's match was just a demonstration of how deep your well goes in driving to compete, so congratulations. Now, as Todd said, this has been a great tournament for the Australian Open. 1.1 million people in attendance over the course of the last 15 days. That is a Grand Slam record. Over 2 billion people watching from home, and that is also a record for us. We've set many, many records over the course of the last 15 days, and we're incredibly proud. None of that's possible without the world's best team, and there are 12,000 people strong who make this possible, and each and every one of them is a rock star in their own right. So great job to them. And partnership is at the core of everything we do, and we couldn't have done what we've done tonight without many partners. Kia is one of our core partners, 23 years in partnership with Kia this year. We're also incredibly grateful to the Victorian government. This stage, this platform that we're able to hold the Australian Open on is a courtesy of the vision that they've had for decades and the investment that continues to go in to ensuring that we have the world's best stage for an amazing sport and entertainment event, one of the world's best. So we're very, very grateful for that support. And most of all, Melbourne, you've been phenomenal. 1.1 million people here, and the city is alive, and thank you. We're very grateful for the support, and may it be a fantastic 2024 for everyone.
Thank you very much, Jane. I'd like now to invite up the Chief Executive Officer of Kia, Mr. Daniil Medvedev, to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Todd. We just witnessed a fantastic game of two magnificent athletes. Unfortunately, only one can be the winner, so congratulations to both players. As Jane just said, it's been 23 years since we've started our relationship with Tennis Australia. And in that 23 years, we've both grown dramatically. And like brother and sister, we've grown up and we've developed a wonderful relationship, and that will only get better in the years to come. So thank you. To Craig and the team, they always do a magnificent job, and I really believe this is one of the great events globally, not just a tennis tournament, but one of the great events. So thank you, Craig and the team. And lastly, I want to thank every single one of you for taking time out to make this just an amazing event. Thank you, and drive home safely. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Damien, for your support. I'd like now to invite Wayne McEwen to come up to present our chair umpire for this men's singles final, Aurélie Tour of France, with her trophy for her efforts in tonight's final. Well done to you, Aurélie. Okay then. Well, this man has his own unique style and he always entertains us, that is for sure. He's a workhorse. He spent more time on court this tournament than any other player going into a Grand Slam final. Although he was denied the title tonight, you've got to admit that he played his heart out. Would you please show your appreciation for our finalist, Daniil Medvedev?
Thank you, guys. Hello, everyone. First of all, I want to congratulate Jannik because today, you showed again why you deserve it. You fought till the end. You managed to raise your level. You and your team are doing an amazing job. You winning a lot of tournaments, doing a lot of finals, so winning a lot of matches. And probably that's not your last Grand Slam, but I hope I can try to get the next one if we play in the final, because it's been, 3 finals in a row. So I'll try my best to do better next time, but really big congrats, and you deserve it. Then I want to thank my team, especially for sure Gilles, Eric and Gaetan, who are here supporting me every day and every night, because there was a lot of nights, Oliver, Loic, and everyone else who supported me from this corner. I heard you every match, so thanks a lot. Also, I don't know, maybe they turned off the TV, but Dasha, Alisa, if you're watching, I felt like you were there with me, and unfortunately I couldn't make it today, but I'm going to try to make it work next time for you. And just everyone, because I got a lot of support from my friends, from fans all over the world, from you guys, so just want to thank everyone. It's been honestly amazing 2 weeks. It always hurts to lose in the final, but probably being in the final is better than losing before, so I always want to win, but I guess, yeah, I have to try harder next time, but I'm proud of myself, and I'm going to try even harder next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Daniil. Well, with his magnificent victory here this evening, this man, at the age of 22, becomes the youngest champion since Novak Djokovic in 2008. And he is only the second Italian man in the Open era to claim a Grand Slam title. Please welcome your Australian Open men's singles champion for 2024, Jannik Sinner.
Yeah, hello everyone. It's first of all, Daniil, just want to congratulate you and your team for an amazing tournament again. I know we played so many finals already together, but every match I find something where I can improve, and you make me always a much better player. Obviously, your effort has been awesome throughout the whole tournament. The hours of the court, and also today's effort running for every ball. It's remarkable to see. So I hope you can also lift this trophy here, but I'm sure that you can. So I wish you all the best for the rest of the season. I want to thank all the sponsors, Ball Kids, Chair Umpire, everyone who make this event so good. It's the Happy Slam. It's a very nice place to be in Europe. It's snow, and I'm where my parents are. It's minus 20 degrees in the morning, so it's better running in the sun here. So it's obviously a huge tournament for me, but I want to thank everyone for making this slam so special. Then is my team there, everyone who is in this box, and not only also watching from home who works with me. We are trying to get better every day. Even during the tournament, we try to get stronger, trying to understand every situation a little bit better. So I'm so glad to have you there, supporting me, understanding me, which sometimes it's not easy because I'm still a little bit young sometimes, but it's it is what it is. I just want to thank everyone. Most importantly, the support has been crazy throughout the whole two weeks. You guys make me feel home, so thank you so much. It's a court with 15,000 people, but it feels like much more, so thank you so much for everyone. Everyone who is watching from home, especially my family. I wish that everyone could have my parents, because they always let me choose whatever I wanted to. Even when I was younger, I made also some other sports, and they never put pressure on myself. And I wish that this freedom is possible for as many young kids as possible. So thank you so much for my parents. And yeah, that's it. I don't know anymore what to say. So guys, see you next year. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the action ends here in Melbourne, the attention moves now to the next slam, which of course is in Paris at Roland Garros from May 20 to June 9th. That concludes our official presentation. There will be a photo opportunity, and then Jannik will be completing a lap of honour with the Norman Brooks Challenge Cup. Would you please give both of these champion players one more round of applause? And we look forward to welcoming you again back here at Melbourne Park to Rod Laver Arena for the Australian Open in 2025. Thank you very much.
Well, as Daniil said in the past, you're either on the edge of history or the edge of heartbreak, and unfortunately for Medvedev, he was on the wrong side of that particular quote once again. He is an amazing tennis player, he's a phenomenal talker, and he is a huge asset to the ATP Tour, the men's tour, and he brings so much to tennis matches that it's hard to overestimate his qualities. He was resilient, he was durable, the extra mileage on the clock coming into that final, ultimately a little bit telling. But not only does Jannik Sinner hit a tennis ball well, but he makes a speech well as well for somebody so young. And Fitzy, it's just been an amazing summer, and you couldn't have scripted an ending better than that, unless of course you're standing on the right of that picture. You would have scripted it very differently. What a start from Medvedev as well. He shocked everybody.
Well, I think the game of tennis deserves to be proud to have these two young men playing it. They are great ambassadors for us, for our sport. It's a global one. They're from different cultures, but they both remain very decent and very honest and true to themselves, I think. So I think we deserve to be proud of both of them. And the whole tournament, gee, what a phenomenon it's been this year. But yeah, this young man, he just oozes decency, doesn't he? And modesty. You know, you could almost see by his body language there when he was speaking how modest he is. And it's a fresh feeling, I think.
And it's not a facade, it is who he is. It's authentic. Real. It's like Daniil, you know, he is so authentic. There are other players out there and other people in other sports and walks of life that are very surface, and you kind of can feel it, and you just know that both of these two, and Daniil's had his run-in with the crowds. He's a different person. He's always been somebody that almost wanted an army of believers rather than those of indifference, but he's changed his tune. He's worked hard on his personality. He had a lot of love in there tonight. Oh, yeah. It's very different from 2022. You earn respect in life. That is not given to you, and he's earned it.
Yeah, look, I think he wasn't all at fault either in 2022. I think the crowd was wrong quite a bit that year, and I think there was a bit of momentum built from early in the tournament, and you know, he might have said the odd thing at after a match at one stage, and the crowd sort of did turn a little bit against him, but he didn't deserve it. He was magnificent 2 years ago, and now he's learnt from that too. He's shown the maturity to step up and say, well, okay, that's part of tennis. You know, I can't please everyone all the time, and I need to be decent towards the crowd as well, and he's been great, and he was just as magnificent here, even maybe more so than he was 2 years ago. So I genuinely hope that Daniil Medvedev wins that trophy one day. I hope he does. It would make me very happy. But, gee, I'm happy to see this young Italian come through, and he's a promoter's dream.
Well, he's also a tennis dream because he's in a market that has exploded in the last 10 years. And the fact that they have now somebody, a third man, to pick up some of the most precious silverware that we have in tennis is going to go a long way in terms of growing that particular market. The Tour finals, the best of the best, move to Turin, and then you have Jannik coming off the back of winning the Davis Cup for Italy as well, and then going on to become the 6th man that's done that particular double over the years. He's recreating rare feats of greatness already at 22 years of age. And that only bodes well for everybody in the sport. He is another one of those, a bit like Alcaraz and others that have come along, where they create the ripple and there are beneficiaries all over the sport. And he is versatile. He loves the clay. He doesn't necessarily feel as comfortable on the grass, but he has learned to be very, very good on it, as well, as we've seen with his conquests there and his close matches with Djokovic. And on a hard court in New York, he was very difficult to beat last year. It took Zverev 4 hours 40 minutes. He had match point against Alcaraz. He could have won it in 2022. There are more majors coming his way.
No, not a shadow of a doubt. I mean, that would be shocking if he didn't ever win another major. He'll win more than a handful, you would think. And you can't get ahead of yourself in this sport too much, because each major win is a long journey. They're difficult to win. And I think grass, though, he'll be better on grass than he thinks. He can give Wimbledon a shake one day, and certainly here in the US Open, and maybe even the French on that slow red clay there. What a tournament, Petch. It's been a treat.
And is that not the most perfect ending there? Sinner's Cinderella story at midnight, with all the ball kids who have been absolutely phenomenal throughout the course of this tournament. It's not always easy here in Melbourne. There were some hot days. There was a lot of cooler ones, thankfully. But there was a lot of late nights. And they have also added everything to such a smooth running of the event. Craig Tiley once again has, alongside his team, just put on an absolutely magnificent show. There are no horizons for Tennis Australia when it comes to this event. There is nothing that they don't see, that they can't do, that they won't innovate, and they have transformed Melbourne Park and the Australian Open.
They're at the forefront of imagination here. There's new innovation every year. It goes from strength to strength, and it's, you know, I'm shocked as an Australian. I played at Kooyong in the old days, pre-1988, and then came across to Flinders Park, as it was known then, when the tournament transferred here. It has grown immeasurably since then. In my lifetime, it's sort of shocking to see it, but enthralling. And you know, I'm so proud of it as an Aussie, just to see.
And you should be proud. This is superior in lots of ways as a fan experience for so many players. I don't want to get into the discussions of which one is more prestigious. That's for another time and another conversation with other people. But for me, coming here every single year to see the willingness to push the envelope, the boundaries, to make tennis so popular for people that have been traditionalists and those that are more contemporary and those who are visiting for the first time.